literally just like you. You're crushing it. You know so much stuff when it comes on to capital raising. How did you get here? These are like some of the compliments, the questions that I get all the time. And I love it and I'm grateful for it. It means a lot. But here's a question that always follows after. Kalisha, how did you get here? Like, what should I do? What is my next step? You've just taken the first step of realizing that, hey, you want to focus on being a capital raiser or just a connector who is connecting private money lenders with real estate investors. The fact that you've decided that is the first step. Now, the next step, which can also be the hardest step, is being consistent with mastering that skill, right? You are gonna start doing it for a couple of weeks and you're like, man, this is a lot of work, or this is not working out. And all these things, like, why am I not making the money that I'm supposed to be making? But honestly, you just gotta stick it out. Just tug it out and go through the process, because honestly, it's going through the process and be sticking with it. That's when you're gonna master the skill of raising capital, because you're taking the time, right? You're taking the time to learn the different things, and you're being intentional with the events that you attend. You started introducing yourself, your knowledge, the books that you read. It's all gonna be about capital raising, because that's what I did, right? There's so many strategies in real estate for you to pick from, right? Wholesaling, fix and flip. But for me, when I decided that capital raising is gonna be a thing, right? I started introducing myself as a capital raiser. I started positioning myself on social media as a capital raiser. When I go to conferences, right, I was very strategic with the type of conferences that I attended, right? I try to make sure that there's some form of capital raising portion of it. When I was doing networking, as I said, I would introduce myself as a capital raiser, and everything that I did was in alignment with capital raising, right? So I would say once you do decide to focus on capital raising, just stick to it. Give it for 90 days. A good mentor of mine told me, anything that you do, stick to it for 90 days. I keep losing my train of thought, but you get it. Stick to it for 90 days, and then what will happen, you will start running into issues, and then you start going to different experts who are good in that field. Hey, I'm running into this issue. What would you recommend to fix it? Have you ever been through something like this? And because you start running into those problems and asking those questions, that's literally how you're gonna get better at being a capital raiser. So the fact that you've decided to do it, just stick to it. It's gonna be tough, right? It's not a get rich quick thing, but just stick to it and then keep mastering that skill. Hope this advice helps.